Can you hear me? Hola, everybody. Hey. What's up, friends and family? How y'all doing tonight? Staying in where it's warm. Hi, Cindy B. Hi, Nina. It looks like we're going to have, here we go, a little bit more light. Hopefully that does not mess with anything. Yes, I have finally started my next painting. And I'm sure that you know what this is, Cindy B. I love lips like morphine. I am about to order a second one. Hi, Rebecca. How you doing tonight? Hi, Charlie Mary. I love lips like morphine, Cindy B. I'm going to be ordering a second one. I love it so much. I decided that I'm going to give this one as a gift to my niece, the one that I told you guys that it reminds me of. So she is in cosmetology school, and her goal is to open her own hair salon. So although she'll have a chair for a while she earns, money and tries to save, I'm going to make this because I feel like it's real stylish. It's really current and relevant. The style, the bustier, the eyeglasses, the tattoo sleeve on the arm. I think it's representative of, how she dresses with flair and fashion, and how her clientele will also, they want to come in, they want that cutting edge look. So I think this would be perfect behind her chair, just above the mirror when someone walks in. I think this would be a great, welcome. Let me slay you. Let me, fleek you out. I hope I ain't saying it wrong for all the young people. My kids, they laugh at me when I say stuff like this. But then their friends are like, oh, your mom's so hip. Your mom, my mom wouldn't have gotten it right at all. She would have said it backwards. So their friends think I'm hip. I'm a cool mom. They wish I was their mom. But they, no matter what, they don't. So yes, Cindy B, my goal is to finish this. And I'm loving it. As you guys can see, I have my favorite setup. I did, kind of switch to different colors this time around. I went with blue pineapple. Woohoo! On blue pineapple is a 10 placer on one end and a 4 placer on the other end. Also, I'm sorry, that's a 5 placer. I want to get them wrong. Also, for quick moments in between so that I can move fast, I have a 4 placer and a single. The single I've been using mostly to kind of like align. Sometimes, especially when I'm using a larger, like the 7 placer or the 10 placer, when you're, what do they call it? When I'm going side to side to align it, sometimes my alignment is a little off and I may go, left of the line or right of the line. So I use this to kind of pull it back in. And I forget what this one was called. I'll have to look it back up. And then my special pearl opaque pen, I have a 7 placer. I've really been using the 7 placer the most lately. And then obviously just to kind of recorrect everything, I have this single placer to put everything back on. But the 7 placer, I've gotten pretty adept at it. I can place anywhere from 2 to 7 on there at a time. I'm getting a little bit better with the 10 placer. I have not gotten the hang yet of picking up 2 or 3 with those. So it's a work in progress is what I am. Hi, Christy. How you doing tonight? Hi, Maria Casey. How are you? Did you try raising your table? I haven't tried it yet. That is definitely a goal. I went shopping for a light pad. Still don't have one, as you guys can see. And I got kind of sidetracked. I have 2 orders coming in from Diamond Art Club. Remember I told you the light pad that I wanted was equivalent to 2 diamond paintings. Hey, Cassie, how you doing tonight? Hey, Odd. That's one thick pen. Yes, it is. And this pen, it feels so good in the hand. Yes, it is a Sadie. And just feels so comfortable. But right here, this little groove right here. Oh, heaven. I like this right here because I flip. This is my left hand, and I don't diamond paint often with my left hand, but I am ambidextrous, so there are times when I just am, plucking away with my left hand. Hey, Jeremy, how are you tonight? Allie Crafts, how you doing? Maria says, I'm good. I watch your live, but first time saying hi. Well, thank you for saying hello. Damn it, Tia, you need a light pad. I know. I need one bad now because, this part right here, I don't know what's going on, but you guys see how it lightens up? I'm not even touching it. It's just lightening up right here. It's going dim. So these, whatever electrical wires on this end they're failing. But I'm going to probably get something. I don't know. I was going to go and get out of the house this weekend. Me and my mom, we were going to go to lunch. We were going to go bowling. We're going to have a big day out of the house. And after I spend on that, then I'm going to maybe hunker down and get me a light pad. This month's giveaway is going to be a acrylic painting pen. Yay! Trying to determine if I'm going to let the person choose. I think I'm going to let it be your choice, to be honest. I think I'm going to try and see if I can do a gift certificate. It's always nice to win something and to get something, but isn't it even better when it is the something of your own choosing? Yeah. So this month is going to be a diamond painting pen, and I think I'm going to get a gift certificate from us. You can pick the blank and the color choice of your own. How about that? Sounds great, doesn't it? Yeah. And so that everyone can, enjoy a little bit more of me, you're going to be houndstoothing it again, and we're going to scavenger hunt for little tidbits, and we're going to be placing the the little tidbits at the end of a video. Then I'll do, how we do the random comment picker, and we have a winner. Yay! Then that winner will get the gift certificate, and they'll be able to go and shop. So hopefully, that'll be a lot of fun. I know it's fun for me when you guys go, nitpicking through people's videos and things of that nature. So we'll see. I think those are fun times, though. And hi, Melody. How are you tonight? Oh, you're in here to have some fun, huh? So a few more moments. Obviously, I'm going to be opening this. You guys know I don't do a lot of unboxings. I kind of lost my mojo for unboxing when my mom came to stay with me. She'd been here about 6 months. And she says, I forget how many videos we were watching, but I'm always watching other videos because in my scavenger hunts, I send you guys out into the diamond painting community, and you'll pick little tidbits of information, and then you'll come back, and that'll be like an answer. Like one time we used Christy. Another time we used Cal Withington, a video that she had created. So you guys will watch, you come back. Is that a box? It is. It is a box. Look at that. Anyway, my mom, after watching, I don't know, maybe 10 videos of unboxings. So I always go through my collection. I gotta share it with someone. And she's new, she's new, and I was trying to get her interested in the addiction. So I said, hey, Mom, why don't you come look at my art collection? I'm going to show you some of the diamond paintings that I have, And, she was interested. So she sat there, she oohed and ah with me as I went through all of my paintings. And we did the whole 9 yards. We did box, we unravel, look at the diamonds, go through all the diamonds. Woo, 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 woo. Yes. And she did that for probably, she got tired about 30 paintings in. And I had a whole lot more to go. So 3 decades in, she definitely, sat there. And then I said, okay, all right, I understand you're tired. So let's get on YouTube and let's just watch some videos. Obviously, I'm going to watch diamond painting videos. So we're watching all these other unboxings, and there were a lot of the ones that I'd already shown her. And she says, what do you guys do? You guys all buy the same thing and then all share each other's reaction to it? And I said, huh? Like, I never, ever, dawned on me. We got 8 Nightbringers. How many unboxings do we have of all of the princesses, Lips Like Morphine? I guess it never dawned on me. And I said, oh, no, Mom, that's not how it works. Everyone has a different perspective. Look at you guys. Okay, open the box. Anyway, I quit doing them, and I didn't have anyone to share my unboxings with because this is a new box. I've never had one of these boxes before. It always comes in a brown box. Have you guys had this box before? No? Okay, well, the anticipation. So here we go. Okay, so here we go. Wow, this is different. I guess I gotta cut this part too. Okay. That's me, Tia Smith. Woo! This says 3-day select. 3-day select. It did not come in 3 days, but it says, you see that 3-day select? It doesn't show on there. All right, I'm getting in. Wow. Okay, they measuring things now. Oh, okay. Wow. This is heavy. 1, 2. Okay. Throw that down. And here we go. I'm opening box number 1, guys. Anybody want to guess what it is? 30 paintings. She said disappointedly. I know, she was like, only 2. There's not a lot left for me to buy though, guys, to be honest. But yeah, only 2 in this box. I'm sure, because I have quite a few more coming. Anyone want to guess? Based on the colors? Oh, I'm sorry. Based on, it's not a lot of colors. Okay. No fun. I get it. Tia, is it a DAC? Yes. It is a DAC. Although, you see this right here? I saw online today, this morning, that someone had do-it-yourself. I think it said do it DIY diamond painting kit. And that looks like a DAC. This is definitely a Diamond Art Club. Alrighty, here we go. JoJo's, Darth Vader. Did you get your mom to go to diamond paint? No, crafting with peppers. I have not been successful in that regard yet. My mother, she's not there. She's not one of the children. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. Woof. Let's be busy on this one. Okay, guys, here we go. Can you see? Yay! Alrighty then. This is the Gold of Africa. This was supposed to be a little snack size. It's kind of big. It's a 42 by 48. Yeah. Looking for a bunch of smaller, like medium to small, to do in between my large ones. It's a lady. Oh, beautiful. It is. What I think I like about it is you can definitely see the detail. This right here is like, it looks like a lot of confetti. Much more confetti than I would have thought, but yeah. And it's bigger than I thought also. This thing has 40 colors, and there's only one AB. I'm an AB girl. I love AB, so we'll see. Might be getting some sparklers and turning this into a different kind of painting, but it's still beautiful. A beautiful homage to African gold. Alrighty then. So that's one painting. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put this back. I thought maybe you guys would guess with all the brown and black, that you guys might have guessed it right away. Yeah, well, you know. I do see a couple of lighter colors in there. A couple. That's not a glare. That is like a light beige. Uh-oh. Here we go. Okay, off to the next one. This is one. Tia is an AB girl and the diamond pack. Yes, I am. I love sparkles. I have that one. When I do it, I want to frame it. I'm going to frame it also. I'm going to be getting into, and here we go for the next fun one. All right, this one has all of diamondy snowflakes on here. Woo! I have quite a few coming. I'm gonna hope to. I have a retreat. Is anybody saw the retreat information online? This is a square. As you can see, there is a tweezer in there. That's usually because it's a square. The retreat to Texas. Anybody in here going, is it a princess? Nope, it's not a princess. Keep going. Chuck Pinson. She said Norris. It's not Chuck, although Chuck is coming. But it's not that order. You want? I will give you a couple more. Oh, I love diamond painting. I do. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. It's Mandy. Oh, look at her. I have all the handle-ins except the 4th of July one with the sparkle behind. I have a lot. Yeah, that's the only one that I didn't get. Look at that. Oh, I didn't think it was still going to be this big. And here we go. Mandy getting a lot of my money. Oh, this is a 55 by 77. And this one has 1, 2. Oh, only 2. Okay, well, we're going to add some sparkle to this one also. It has 2 ABs. Wow, look at that. Is that just a plain box? Yeah, there's one that's just a plain box. Look at that. That's so different. Oh, I guess Mandy on the first. Yes, it's a Mandy. It's a Mandy. Anytime you're doing a Chuck Pinson, you're probably going to want to follow that one up with the Mandy. Mandy does a lot of color blocking. I love that. Although, yeah, I would say she does a lot of color blocking. So, yeah, I definitely many diamond paintings do you have in your stash? Altogether from China and DAC, well over 100. My DAC stash alone is over 50. I quit counting when I hit 50. Unfortunately, there's not a lot left in DAC's inventory that I haven't purchased. I don't know. Hi, Angie. How are you? So, for me, my sticker. Here we go. For me, I lost count. Like I said, I lost count at 50. I know that I had 40 something China altogether. Damn, Tia, you need to stash the stash. So I was online. I forget what site, whose Facebook page I was on, and we were talking about that. And I literally was saying that I have two stashes. I have my must-haves, the ones that I just absolutely have to have. They're not going anywhere. And then I have my, I don't mind if someone wants to do these. I don't mind, giveaways and things like that, stash. So my must-have stash is still, it's over 100. And my actual, I want a diamond paint. Like I'll get a friend that'll come over and they'll want a diamond paint. Here, you could try this. I have that stash also. Hey, Marissa, how are you? Cindy B says I have just under 50 in my stash. Said I wasn't going to buy any more until I got at least 20 of those done. Yeah, I've never had that conversation. I've never ever said, I'm going on a no buy, because I wouldn't be able to do it at all. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm not there yet. Hey, I'm sorry, that is, it's the man. That's him. We have a surprise visit, guys. Look who just came. Still too much light. There we go. Okay, I think everyone's saying, hey, Justin. So I'm, like I was saying, I've never said that before. I've never ever said that I'm going to go on a no buy. If I reduce my buying, it's to do something else. Like sometimes a contest. We had a major contest in November. We had like diamond paintings. We had 2 acrylic pens that we gave away. We gave away a full-size acrylic pen for our diamond painting, and then we gave away like a pocket pal also. And then we gave away 4 diamond paintings. So obviously that month I reduced, not by a lot. I think I only placed 2 orders instead of 3 or 4 that month. But I told you guys last week that I have set up my diamond painting as a bill, like a bill that you pay every month. And because I've set my diamond painting up almost like a bill that you pay monthly, I'm always shopping for what I'm going to use the diamond painting bill money for that month. It makes me happy, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. Tia, did you get it? No, I didn't. I am sadly, love Justin laughing at your bill. Yeah, well, he's laughing at it. My mom's the one who helped me, come to that realization. She was like, men go out and they, like my brother My brother has 2 days of, I don't see him from probably September through February.
She came up with that.
She told me, yeah, use it, do it as a bill. Think of it as a bill. That's what she said. And my brother, he works, 5 days a week. And when he is off, Thursday night football, Friday he's out, he hangs at the sports book. Saturday is college game day, and Sunday is NFL. He goes to work Monday, and then he does Monday night football. So he's resting Tuesday, Wednesday, and I don't see him literally until February. 2 years ago, we started the family night. That's what we were telling you guys about. It might have been 3.
Yeah.
Where we go over the night before Christmas so we can see him. But we don't hardly see him because it's sports. And he has a budget where he can utilize that when he's going out. If he wants to, bet on a spread or on a money line, he budgets for all of that. His time with the fellas and things like that. So my mom said, well, why not think of your diamond painting that way? Treat it like a bill, like budget out for it. So that's what I do. And I've been so happy ever since. I think a monthly bill is a good idea. Thank you, Gail. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cindy B says, my diamond painting buying is my entertainment money. And, I have entertainment money also. I also have a separate entertainment budget. So, but yeah, and I love diamond painting. So why not make me happy? I sacrificed a lot. My kids, when they were growing up, what are some of the sacrifices you think you saw mom make?
A lot.
Like what? Name one.
I can't because there were a lot. I don't know. There was just a lot you thankful for.
I didn't buy a lot of clothes.
You did not. You put like bulk of the money towards like house bills and clothes for us.
I did. I bought you guys clothes. You guys got your everything you want, your game systems, cartridges, and things like that. I didn't go out.
Any extra money that you did have, we did go out with though.
I took you guys to places. So I wanted the kids to still be able to enjoy like fine dining so that they can learn, table etiquette. So when I had extra money, I would take them to a decent fine dining restaurant. We do live in Vegas, and they would get the experience of being able to sit down, to order off a menu, so I had to sacrifice so that I took them to a place called Lucille's once, and the bill was $120 something, and then I had to tip. It is good. And then I had to tip on top of that. That was like another, I think, $30. So I had to save up for stuff like that. Those are the things that instead of dedicating to them, because they're older now. They too old. So now for me, I'm able to kind of.
She can do whatever she wants.
I like that. I do. So, hey, Mrs. Coffee, did you see my picture? Girl, you had me spoiled. So last night,
she loved that. She loved it.
Oh, last night, I couldn't even. I didn't take it off at all. And my mom was like, before you go to bed, you're going to, Mom, worry about you. Now. And I was trying to decide because green is my favorite color. Purple is my... Yes, she was threatening to steal it. Green's my favorite color. Purple's my second favorite color. And I was lining up. Should I wear all my green dresses for the rest of the week and then wear purple next week? Trying to line it up. So, or should I alternate? Green this day, purple that day, green this day. Yes, it was beautiful. I couldn't believe it. The sparkles, I felt like when I looked at me, this is just my take on what occurred. But I felt like when I looked into my phone, that you know how people put that little filter on and they see the sparkle going around their face and it's slim everything. Stop. I felt like I could feel the sparkle, you know, all around my face, and I didn't have a filter on. You were like, oh, that looked nice on you. That's bringing your face out. Even you said that. So don't laugh. That's what I looked when I looked in the viewfinder. That's what I saw. But you said it. Tiara said, "Oh, Mom, that looks cute on you."
She was like, "I want one."
So whenever you open the store, I was feeling myself really bad. You missed Justin's reaction. It was bad, Cindy. It was bad. He said, "Oh, that looks really nice on you." Oh, that's. And then my mom, and you couldn't tell me nothing. I mean, nothing. I was flitting the hair. Oh man, you would have thought I was about to walk down a runway. Should I go this way? Oh, what about this face? I wasn't even going anywhere.
I'm not messing with you.
What about this? Lips? No lips. I was feeling good.
Life update.
Life update. Uh-oh, guys. Justin has a life update.
So.
Is it great?
I kind of met a girl like a couple days ago.
Is she pretty?
She real pretty.
Oh. Justin said he met someone, guys. We're going to let Auntie Becca get in there and she about to go in.
Oh, I like this one. Don't do that.
She's nice.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Y'all been talking?
Yeah, for a good week.
Oh, wow. When do Mommy get to meet her? I want to meet her.
Well,
yeah.
When she's not busy. She works a lot, so.
That's what we like.
Yeah.
We want a working woman. So she don't hold her hand out like the last one. They'll be saying, "What you gonna take me and what you gonna buy me? And you should have something in on this." And you trying to go to school and work, you know. So. Oh, good.
Yep.
Are you gonna make us something? You gonna get a sparkle? Well,
why not?
I do think that girls love the diamonds, so that's a good idea. You can always go through your stash also. You don't have to just, get her something real nice. But she's a hard worker and got a job. I like her. I do too. I like a hard worker and things. But yeah, I think that's what, Valentine's is coming up, so you gotta be prepared. Just saying. And women like that sparkle. And you can't go wrong with these diamonds. Saying. You might want to throw a little teddy bear in there too. You just have to walk up with a roll in your hand, and it's a camera. You say, "Unroll it." She gonna be like, "What the hell is that?"
Right.
No.
Exactly. What am I supposed to do with this?
If you frame it, and then give her a little chocolate and a teddy bear, then she'll be happy. Nina wants her name. Jade. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Jade. Did the fellas meet her yet?
Nobody's met her.
Don't let the fellas meet her yet.
Nobody's met her yet.
They gonna mess it up.
Oh man, I gotta watch with Caesar. Caesar would definitely say something.
He done messed it all up. Did he tell you about the time?
Yeah. Did he tell you about the time, Mitch? Did he tell you about his room? Oh my goodness.
Oh, guys.
When he came in my room that day,
embarrass you?
It wasn't embarrassing because it's in the house, but I wasn't expecting that.
Justin has company last week, and his friends come in. I'm knocked out sleep, and all I hear is, "If you don't clean this, what the hell?" His friend is going off on him. He was separating his laundry so that he could wash clothes. He had no idea he was going to want to go to the gym early in the morning. They have been going later in the evening. So all I hear is him going off about how Justin has clothes everywhere.
Said, "Bro, where's the carpet?"
He did. He said, "I can't see nothing."
I said, "You standing on it." He said, "You sure?" I'm about to put you on an episode of Hoarders.
Oh, I did hear him say that about hoarders. I woke up to, if you don't pick this shit up, what's going on?
He said, man, how was you supposed to get a girl like this? I said,
you should have invited him to help do your laundry.
now why in the heck would he do that?
He's a good friend.
He ain't that good of a friend.
I guess, yeah. So let's kick tonight off. I want to start off with my safety tip. This was more insurance related, not so much a safety tip this week, but this really took me, and so I definitely wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if you guys are all aware. I'm pretty sure I've said it, before, but I'm going to say it again. Insurance follows the vehicle.
Yes, it does.
And because it follows the vehicle, what occurs is if you are if you're driving a vehicle and it's not your vehicle and you have your own insurance, the insurance that the claim has to go up under is that of the vehicle, because insurance follows the vehicle.
That's right.
So the reason I'm bringing it up is because, yes, that's good friends, Peppers. So the reason I'm bringing it up is because I had a claim where there was a woman. She kept calling. She had opened the claim up, and she's like, "I need for you to get this repaired." And so I'm sitting there. I can't proceed with the repairs, and I'm like, "What's going on? What ultimately is the issue?" The woman was house sitting for the owners of the vehicle, and unfortunately, she drove their vehicle and wrecked it up to be damned.
That's a damn shame.
And then she was trying to get it repaired and trying to get it fixed while they were gone. She tried to turn it into her own insurance company. Obviously, they denied because that vehicle's not on her policy. She didn't pay premium on it. And then she tried to turn it into the insurance of the vehicle, but we have to have acknowledgement. We have to speak with the policyholder. We have to get their acknowledgement that a claim's open under. We can't just start paying out under a policy without any type of communication. So she was trying to get the repairs completed before they returned from vacation. They had been in South America for over 3 weeks. Anyway, the sad part is if your vehicle is involved in an accident, an at-fault accident, you are subject to your premiums increasing. Obviously, your insurance company will have that communication with you, and there are a lot of insurance companies who offer some sort of accident forgiveness program. Some companies it's automatic if you haven't had an accident in so many years. Some companies it's not automatic. You have to pay in order to be able to receive that benefit in the event that you're in an accident. And other companies, if you don't have that accident forgiveness at all, my company unfortunately doesn't offer it. Then when you're in an accident, whether you've been with the company for 5 years, 10 years, 40 years, whether you've been with them that long or not, the accident unfortunately will not be forgiven and your rates are subject to increase. So I wanted to make sure that I impressed upon you guys the significance behind loaning your vehicle. Because if it's your vehicle and it's on your policy, you pay the premium and your driver is at fault, you're going to be paying the increase in premiums over the next 3 years for a surcharge. And that accident is going to come up 5 years in consideration. Yes. So imagine returning from vacation where you paid a house sitter to house sit. They showed up with their car, and yet now you are going to be paying a surcharge every month for the next 3 years. And that accident that you didn't have any part of is now going to be in consideration for, well, it's an accident. It's going to be on your driving history for 5 years. That's why it's significant. So be careful, be leery. Whenever you loan your keys to anyone other than whomever is helping pay the premium, you're running the risk of being at fault for an accident, because insurance really is the likelihood of something occurring. And so if you don't want to pay for the likelihood of something else occurring, obviously you're going to want to say no. Ain't no one getting my keys. Exactly. So and that stayed with me. That conversation stayed with me. The uncomfortable, feeling. These people come back, and I've been blowing up their phone. They weren't there. Like I said, the house sitter had been trying to get everything taken care of under their policy because the claim had been denied under her own policy. And she was trying to get everything done. She didn't have the wherewithal to do it out of pocket. That would have been the only way for things to have, assisted without her. She hit up a fence and some other things, total car up, but it was a solo accident. So she's primarily and only at fault for the accident. She couldn't pay for it out of pocket. So they're going to have an increase in premium, and she's going to lollygag on off to her own carrier and back to her own car, and they come home from vacation. So those are the things to think about. I just like to and her ass wouldn't get paid since she cost me way more. Nina, yes. Obviously, the husband was so upset he didn't want to talk, and the wife was the only one that I can communicate with. Obviously, they don't know what occurred and things, and they just was like, I had went to manager and said, hey, when this occurs, is there anything that we have that can assist, that can help? And they said, unfortunately, no. It's called permissive use. They gave permissive use of their vehicle to her, and she got into an accident while she was driving it. I mean, I'm familiar with it, but I was at least hoping, unless they had told her explicitly that she could not use the vehicle, just having the keys there where she could grab them and go is implied consent. So it would have been implied permissive use, just them leaving the keys there. They would have had to take them and head on, out on vacation. So I thought about that, and I said, well, that would be interesting and definitely great information to kind of remind people of, because when you go and sign up for insurance, these little nuances, they don't come up in that office. They're not telling us all of this stuff. We go and we sit down, and guess what? We learn it right at the time that we don't need to be when something happens. So hopefully the insight is helpful, and I save you guys from the headache that some of my customers have. It's so bad. So anyway, that was last week coming into this week. This week, the weather is all over the place.
Oh my goodness. You can probably hear it in my throat.
I can hear it in yours. My mom, the last couple of days, I don't know, her throat's been up and down and weary. I've been checking the weather with everyone, asking, what's the weather like in your area? What's the weather like in your area? Obviously, we're getting different, things in the South, like Alabama, Louisiana area. Weather is definitely crazy. It's hot there. I live in the desert, and
It's cold.
I'm cold. I mean, it hasn't been over 60, but 1 or 2 days in the last 2 weeks. It's cold here for this time of the year. We usually, we get cold. We don't live in Hawaii or anything like that, but I'm colder than I normally am. So I want my weather back, and whoever stole it, please just give it back. I'm tired of feeling this way.
I want to get back to wearing shorts.
Nina says, man, I would be livid. She better not be at my house when I get back, because, boy, it would be bad. Don't come to Minnesota then, Tia. Maybe in the summer. Want to ask me what the weather is like here? No, I don't. I already asked, and it's not anywhere near Mrs. Coney. What I want to complain. I want to complain. Ooh, Cindy B says it's 0 degrees.
Oh no.
Ooh, and the wind chill is -19. It feels like it's -19.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
But you can have some. I feel like I am getting some. Somebody blew their cold weather in our direction, and I live in the desert.
Somebody invented a giant fan.
We usually have to go up to mountains to get cold weather and cold air. And yeah, see, Christy said it's 70 degrees there. It's cold here. Our high today was negative. Oh, how do y'all manage? I won't be able to manage. Her high was -16.
You got me so messed up.
Oh my gosh. Cassie Mai says weather in Arkansas has been very warm for y'all took our weather. I'm telling you, it's like Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, Kansas City, all of them tornadoes areas. What do they call that? You guys all stole our weather. It's going to be cold here finally next week.
Cities.
Yeah, like the Windy City. I don't know, like that Midwest area, all of them just to the right of Texas. They stole our weather. And Jeremy says it's in the 40s. I want heat. I mean, it's usually in the 60s, and then what we feel during the day is usually, yeah. So I don't know. It's really cold this year. It's really cold. I want my good weather back. I really do. So other than that,
we start out a whole new decade cold.
A whole new decade, huh? With the wrong weather. Is this? Give me my weather back. Okay, so she says it feels like it's -24 with the wind chill.
Oh no.
Oh. Well, in our diamond painting news, obviously you guys know that we are trying to put together a retreat in October, and it's going to be in Texas. And Marissa is right now. She is the administrator, and she's overseeing everything. And I am excited. Christy said she had on shorts today. What? Give me my weather back. Give me my weather back. I got on boots. I've been putting my. It's an 8-drawer panel side. They wrong for that. I have been putting on my. We run our fireplace every night. Whew, yes, it's that cold. It's definitely that cold. So I would love for you to give me my weather back.
Please.
Anyway, online, as I was saying, everyone is. We're trying to see how many we can get number-wise for the retreat. I would love to go on a retreat. I was hoping, because I know Rachel was talking about trying to do something in Ireland. I was hoping to be able to go to that one. Haven't heard too much about it, but I know that she had, asked to see if anyone would be interested, and I would have been definitely interested. And let's see. There's the one in Texas. That one sounds so interesting as well. I like that we got a little small itinerary so far. I tried. It's not working. The heat says it's too damn cold here. Oh my gosh. Oh, Nina says in Southwest Georgia, we are in the air conditioner one day, then the heat the next. Crazy. Winter is coming finally. Well, maybe y'all will give us our winter back. That's definitely what I would like, is to get my winter back, because this right here, it's cold. It's cold, and I know our neighbors last year, they went swimming every day in January.
I don't know how they did it.
They went swimming every day. That was still a little too cold for me and my taste.
I don't know how they did it.
But I would threaten. I would say I'm gonna go join them in like the hot tub or something like that. But coming up, like I said, is going to be all of the retreats. That'll be fun. It's definitely going to be interesting. I don't know. For me, there was a small itinerary. I definitely am interested. Um, I was talking about getting a drinking going on. You guys know, also coming up, we have the DP-a-thon. That is going to be the end of January. I believe the dates are the 24th, 25th, and 26th. Looking forward to that. Make sure that you guys all kind of tune in. I think it starts Friday morning this time around, and it is going to run um, through Sunday night sometime. Sorry that I don't have that specific ending. But as you guys know, I am usually off the Friday before and the Monday after so that I can ensure that I watch everyone's videos. I do love I like to try and do it live so that I can jump in and I can comment and we can all have fun. I love the passing of the pen. I love that as well. I will not be off this time around on Friday, so unfortunately, I may miss some of the Friday daytime lives. I'm gonna see if I can kind of try and do it from work. But a lot of times, my focus. There are people who can sit at their desk and they can focus and they can watch whatever's on their phone and still multitask. I don't think I'm there yet. My mind it's been wasted. So the sun here is just for show. Warms up, nothing. Ooh, that's bad. Mrs. Coffee said their sun is just for show. And Christy says it's like you're in a snow globe or something. In a snow globe.
I would hate that.
That is allegory right there, I guess is what it's called. That sounds bad. Being in a snow globe. No options. Okay. So kind of moving over from there. Let's see. I was online and I hate when they do this online. They post all those little kind of cynical questions and things like that. And you're supposed to rein in and things. So I have a friend that I went to school with. One of the things he's trying to do right now, and he was very successful. He owned his own business and everything. I just think, maybe the market that he was in, it might, kind of zeroed out. Huh?
You think it wasn't suited for him or something?
I'm not sure what occurred, but I know that he is trying to get into radio now. And so because he's trying to get into radio, he's trying to be like a personality. He lives in Atlanta. He will post questions and things online. When he posts the questions online, it is for a lot of us that we were all in honors classes together in high school. And we used to have roundtables and discussions, and we used to have forums and things like that. We would go to outreach programs in the neighborhood. We were all part of a lot of local committees. We were part of like the African Culture Committee. We were part of Juneteenth. There was a committee for a program called Juneteenth. And we did the Italian Fest Committee. We also did Oktoberfest Committee. And we would get together and brainstorm and have like a lot of different, not just the vendors, not just the talent shows and things like that, but we would have forums so that people could attend. And, they were informative forums. This is before the age of the internet, because now a lot of the information that we would try to bring, now it can be Googled. But he posted a question that, a lot of people started tuning in and they were, randomly commenting. So I want to see where we go with this. And I don't want anyone to, to be offended. I, just would like to see where we are with that. The question he posted is, would you loan money to someone you're dating? And he left it he kind of
left it at that.
He left it at that. So there were a lot of qualifying, questions. That's me, Mrs. Coffee. I think you and I are kindred sisters.
What she said?
Nope.
Exactly.
I looked over and there was like there was no hesitation. Cindy B said no.
But here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Like if you and your partner working, why would you need to do that? Well, what's the need in giving your partner money?
So that's why I think that there were people who were asking qualifying questions, because of the fact that people were starting to say, we in this together and things of that nature. So we're going to go back because he reiterated this. He said, I said dating.
Right.
What does dating mean to you? That literally is what I guess the discussion would then, turn to. So what is dating to you? Is it something that you said partner? And for me, dating is more casual.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
If you're casual with someone, would you?
Yeah. As to. Well, no.
Okay. So then when does it go from casual to yes? When does it go from no to yes? Or does it? Just so y'all know, it don't go from no to yes for me, okay? We gonna come in, you bring in what you bring in, I'll bring in what I bring in, and guess what? When we separate, you take what you brought and what you got, and I take what I brought and what I got. And I'm fine. I done been down the road. I've been married twice, so when you put a ring on it, you can put a ring on it all you want. Mine is mine. And yours can be yours.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad if you hit the lottery and I don't get none.
You literally just answered your own question.
No, but there were so many people in there that began to talk about it, and it was, I'm not going to say heated.
Yeah.
It definitely was not going to say, but there were a lot of people that were reining in, and based on one person's answer, another person would, kind of jump in and clarify and ask why and things. My take on what I saw when we were communicating is that men are much more generous with their funds than women were with theirs. There were a lot of men that said, well, yeah, because if that's my boo, similar to how Justin started out. When he re-clarified, but you guys are just dating, they didn't say no. They would say, well, I mean, if we're not going to be serious down the road, then I probably would position it as a loan. But they still didn't say no. The women were in there, oh, hell no. No, we ain't. Why? And if they were serious, like there were some guys that were like, oh, yeah, if we were serious and stuff, I would, or I give her half, or if there were any type of condition attached to it, the women were attacking them.
We gotta know the conditions.
It's okay.
But yeah, I knew the moment you said the conditions. That's exactly what they be thinking. And I just did it just now.
Yeah, you did. And you had to think about the condition. Crafting with Pepper says, amen. I think she was talking about when you put a ring on it. Jeremy says, great perspective. It depends on how much money. If it's like $10, $20, sure. But if it's a lot, no way. Okay.
Yeah.
Christy says, me and the boyfriend been together for almost 5 years. January 26th will be 5 years. Okay. We share everything. Mickey Sunshine said, hello, hi Mickey, how are you? You came in on a great question. And Pepper says, maybe, depends, because you can know if they are serious or just to have company.
True. Very true.
And Mrs. Coffee says, Jeremy, you're such a good guy, but that's a firm, that's a no from me. A no from me, dog. Mickey, the question was, if you're dating someone and they asked for you to loan them money, would you?
Thankfully, I've never been asked that question from any female.
My son,
I've messing with
I don't know if you met my son Mickey. This is Justin. He co-hosts with me from time to time. He also Mickey says hell no. So so for me,
I think
you
for
got-
every lady that's up in here.
he said he think that's for every lady up in there. Not Angie's. Angie says it all depends. Nina says I've been married 28 years and we have separate accounts. There you go, Nina. There you go. We're just gonna sit this. Oh no, we can drop the mic on that. I don't want to take away from someone who feels like, we share everything and things of that nature because you know your situation. You know, but for me, I feel like, I've reared my kids and I've bust my butt through the rain and the storm to make sure I provided a roof over their head. And when it comes down to it, if I have extra money, when it came to their well-being, it's going to go towards them. I was a single mom. I've been married twice. And, I just feel like women, they going to make life happen. They're going to make it happen. You don't worry about it, Johnny. Mommy going to get you to France. You're going to go on that school trip. France is $8,200. Mom will find a way, And when it comes down to a man asking a woman, a lot of times the women will have kids. They'll be the ones struggling, making, working 2 or 3 jobs. And the man will have one job. He'll come up on a financial issue. If he has kids, they probably reside with, and this is just pure speculation, so I don't want to hurt any feelings, but the kids, if he has them, they may reside with their mom, and it's never the grind for the men to get out and do something. So for me as a woman, my answer is no, simply because if I know I got to get out there and grind, never ask a man for any money, don't want any man's money. You got half, you take care of you, I got my half, I'm going to take care of me mentality. I feel like men can think that way also. And I don't feel, when I went to college, there were 16 of us, my girlfriends, 16 of us that we hung out, took 4 cars to get us everywhere we were going to go. And over the last, I'm not going to tell you how many decades, but over the last few years,
just say years.
When we go on trips and we get together and we reminisce and we talk about, that's a blaring. I mean, it's a blaring scenario where, look who in here.
What's up?
Tiara. Tiara's in here. She gonna join from a whole other. Where you at? Mrs. Coffee says I've been married 10 years. What's mine is mine, and what's his is mine. Just saying. Love that. I do. Nina says, but if I need something, then he gets it. He makes 3 times more. He makes 3 times more then, so he's all right. Exactly. Christy said, well, if y'all are dating and it's not serious, that's a hell no. Exactly. But I paid 2 of his credit cards. I pay our 2 phone bills. Shit, he better buy me shit. We share everything, and I mean everything. Angie says, if we have a good relationship and can trust them, then yes, I would. Oh, hi, Tiara. Just so you guys know, Tiara's my daughter. I know Cindy B knows, and Rebecca and Mrs. Coffee know her. But anybody else that's in the room, just wanted you guys to know that's my baby. She does not diamond paint. She's a puzzler. Please don't let her try and hook you into anything, because she was in here a few months ago trying to get a puzzle group.
Was, I was You're trying to hustle y'all. You're trying to hustle everybody up.
Trying to hustle everybody into puzzling. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. For me, like I said, me and my 16 girlfriends, we all went to college together. We met during orientation of freshman year. I was one of the older ones because I had went off and I thought I was going to be the next big superstar. And when I didn't make it as a Hollywood superstar, I had to settle down and I had to go back and get my life together. And that meant going to college because I always told my dad, no, don't worry, if I'm not rich in 3 years, I'm going to school. So I had to go to school. And just over the years, this the one blaring scenario that I always see amongst us all is, I ain't giving him another dime. He better not ask me for nothing. I gave him money and he took and spent it on her. You know, all of the scenarios start and end with, I gave him, you know, and not enough of them start with, he gave me or what he did for me. So, you know, the way I think is probably, you know, based mostly on, you know, just a multitude of scenarios that, you know, I hear where obviously my girlfriends they haven't made the best decisions and the best choices. I don't, you know, ridicule them and I try not to, you know, speak on it too much, but it was an interesting topic online that I couldn't be like, girl, oh, pardon me. I couldn't get on there and be like, girl, you got to get on here. Such and such, he's online. You know, he tried to get his own radio show. You know, I couldn't, you know, come calling him. We all went to school and stuff together. So I thought I would bring it up and mention it in here because it was definitely interesting. And let's see. TR says puzzling is nice. Nina says, I pay our cell phone's electric bill and half his truck payment because when he sold his truck, he paid off my car. He pays the other bills. Okay. TR says they are underrated. Diamond painting takes all the glory away from the girl. Get out of here. Mrs. Coffee says, and if that scenario does start with he gave me, it usually ends with something that needs a cream or an. You're right, though. You are absolutely right. I can't name no names, but I got a friend, and she done been down that road a couple times. And the scenario is never, I'm done. I'm leaving him. It's, boy, if I catch him doing this again, I wish he would do that again. You know, those types of scenarios. So, Tiara, have you tried adult number to number yet? Oh, Mickey and Tiara off in their own world. And Tiara, I didn't even know she was up. My daughter goes to bed at like sundown. She's definitely got to get 15 hours of sleep a night. She'll get up at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. She is back. I don't know if I told you guys, she has come out of retirement. So she is back writing and creating music. And she is trying to, you know, get her show booked. She wants to start small, though. She doesn't want to hit the strip yet. So I'll hear her in the middle of the night. She'll be up practicing her vocals. And now she want to be up at a decent hour talking about puzzling. Girl, stop. Anyway, the other question that he asked is, when it comes to, Mrs. Coffee said, get it, girl. When it comes to proposing, are you as a woman waiting for the man to ask, or do you feel comfortable asking? Or would you ask, or have you asked? So when it comes to the proposal,
I'm glad you ain't asking me this question.
I think the woman's going to have to ask you. What do you say?
No.
You're going to ask? You'll feel more comfortable?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because, you know, Johnny was very forceful.
Johnny is Johnny.
She said, I already got a mother-in-law. You might as well just be my man.
Oh, my God. That was Johnny. I swear.
No, not a doll number to number, but I'll have to try it. Mickey says, I asked my last husband to marry me. How did that work? Like, did you go all out? If you do, is it like, for me, if I ever felt comfortable actually asking a guy, it would be the most offhanded, dude, come on, let's just go ahead on and do this. You want to do
For real, that is
let's
you.
go.
That is so
Okay.
you.
Let's head on down now. You know, it's open for another 22 minutes.
Hey, you ready?
We
Let's
get
go.
there, we might get that $100 off coupon and do this for
with
free.
you.
Just saying. But if a woman does, like, because men, like, if a guy asks me, oh, I expect the works. Like, go all out. Take me somewhere. Make it special. Want the moon shining. You know, the stars sparkling. People walking by looking like, oh, guess what he about to do? And I'm like, yeah, guess what about to happen? You know, so it's got to be big. It's got to be, you know, momentous. How come if women do, it's not just as momentous? Do you guys think it should be or no?
This sound like a battle of the sexes.
A battle of the sexes it is, son.
I'm not putting my
Cindy B says, I don't want a husband, so I ain't asking. You and Mickey. Mrs. Coffee says, I go for what I want, but Mr. Coffee looked at me one day with those honey brown eyes and was like, hey, want to get married? I was like, sure. A month later, boom, married. All right, okay. I like that. Y'all weren't wasting no time.
It was not.
Nina says hubby is about to retire and then go on the road. Then he would make 5 to 6 times more than me. This girl right here might be full-time mama. I don't blame you. Christy says, I don't think he wants to get married again. Okay, well, at least you know him.
True.
At least you know him. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Christy, I've been married twice. And Mickey says, that's about how I did it. Just asked him, would you marry me? Yeah, he did. Yes, and we got married. Wow, okay. Tiara says, should the man or woman propose? Well, what do you think, baby? Should they? Because mommy already asked that question. Because you was too busy talking about number by number and number to number. Oh, she says the woman should propose too. It should be 50-50. I like that. Who your mama is? Angie says, I've been engaged 3 or 4 times and they asked me. I would never ask a man. There you go. Nina says the man, old fashioned. I'm with you. Tiara says 50-50, just as important, no matter who proposes. Okay. And Pepper says, I don't want to marry. Marie Casey says, if he wants me, he'd ask. Cindy B says, nothing wrong with living together. I don't know about that, Cindy B. I don't think I want to live with anybody. I've been single for a long time. After my last relationship.
You really get to know a person.
I do think that.
You really
I do.
get to know a person. That's the one thing Dad always say. When you start moving in with somebody, you really get to know the person.
Mm-mm. I don't know if I could do it again, though. I don't. I've been single too long. I mean, it's different when you go from your parents' house off to your college dorm. You get your first apartment and you enjoy the freedom. And you set up your own household under one marriage. I went back home in between the marriages. Then I set up another household under a whole other, And so this was my time, this last 11 years. This was like my time. Really, I've been by myself and I enjoy my Yeah, I do. I mean, I've been hit on and I get guys all the time that'll say, hey, and I'm just not interested. Of course, they always needy, I don't want to call them what I really say, but I call them the needy knucker. They needy knuckers. That's
that's not the word,
and
but okay.
I'm waiting on someone well-to-do to see how I handle that. But, anyway, for me, I don't know. I don't know if I could. I get to the point where, when I'm back in my room is immaculately huge. It's big, and I have an in-suite restroom and all of that, and I feel like I'm going into my own house when I go back to my room. And do I want to share my space and my privacy? Can I see myself, sharing that? I don't know if I can share it anymore. Before, the kids were young, and it didn't matter because I had no privacy anyway. But they grown now, and I'm back to having some privacy.
And she loved it.
Tiara said, "Okay, I'm leaving now." She clapping. Are you serious, boo? You're being mean. Tiara said, "Living together before marriage is necessary." I never thought you would say that, booby. Never thought you would say that.
Where did you get that?
She said that.
Where's she getting that from?
It's your sister. Get on her. Get on her. Snatch her up.
That is not. That is not my duty.
Yeah. So Christy says, "Question: Is it worth it getting married?" You don't want me to answer that one, Christy. That's a big hell no. You ain't doing nothing now that you won't be doing when you get married. It's harder for him to get away. That's true. You get that paper on him, he got to go through hell to get rid of you. I'll say that. When you ain't married, they can just start packing now and leave with whatever they can put up under their arm. That's my opinion, though.
I seen a crazy video today. So that it was just a random guy riding his motorcycle, and this random dude just stops him on the side of the road. He had pulled up into like a parking lot and stuff like that. So he just the guy stops him as he was about to find a parking spot and stuff. He was like, "Hey, I found out that my wife is cheating on me. Do you want to serve her these papers?"
Did he serve her?
Yes, he did.
What happened?
Man, like, cause most of the like footage was like the audio was cut out.
Oh, okay, you couldn't make out.
And so, like, by the time he got to the house, I was like, "Oh, this getting juicy." It's getting juicy.
That's how it be, though. You could just. You could. I remember when I got served.
And so he got paid. He got paid $20 for that.
That's all.
That's all.
I would pay a little bit more to make sure they got them in their hand.
Oh man, it was hilarious.
Mickey says to Christy, "Peppers. Oh, tell me that when you fall in love." What did Peppers say? "I don't want to marry." Oh, okay. When you fall in love, you may change your mind. That's what Mickey's saying. Nina said, "Something happens with this. I ain't getting another one. I will have friends." Oh, she said, "If something happens with this, she ain't having no other man. She's going to have some friends with some benefits, no toothbrushes or shoes." There you go, Nina. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if I can share. And Odd says, "Oh, dear, drama." Tiara says, "But living together before marriage is necessary." Okay, honey. Angie says, "I am married for 21 years, and if I was ever alone again, I would never get married again, but would live with them." Okay. And Pepper says, "I can be fully in love, but I think marriage can make you feel like you tied to that person. I don't know." Mrs. Coffee says, "It's not like anything changes, Christy. I went to Burger King with him the day before we were married, and again in my wedding dress. Felt the same." Mickey says, "I've been single for 19 years. I won't ever get married again. I've been single since 2006. Was that 13 years? 2006, 2000. Oh, wow. It's been a long time. 13 years.
06. I thought it was 07, but it's 06.
Yeah, I think it was 06. And I feel the same way. I don't see marriage in the cards at all. And I really don't know about living together. I do want to meet someone that's adventurous, because when I retire, I don't think I'm going to retire at 65. I think I'm going to retire fairly early. And if I don't retire early, I'll work part-time, and I'll just be remote. And I want to travel. I want to do like the RV full time. So I am amenable to a travel partner, but I'm really thinking it's going to need to be a 2 bedroom RV, because I don't know if I'm looking for companion or, like I said, just a travel partner. So we'll see. But that's been on my mind. Cindy B says, I don't want to live with anyone either. My youngest daughter lives with her man. Neither wants kids and don't want to get married. There you go. Christy says, well, he just says marriage is just a piece of paper. Oh, no, I just don't really care for marriage. I know, baby. I know you don't care for marriage. And Angie says, a friend with benefits is the way I would go. I do like having my own time alone when I want it. Mickey says, night, Tiara. Yeah, Tiara said she's leaving. It's necessary because if you marry them and then move in after, then you might realize parts about them that you don't like. That's difficult. That's what your dad says? Yeah, okay, I'm zip it. I'm zip it. Cindy B says, cost too much to get out of a marriage. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Mickey says, not really, Cindy. It's very easy to get divorced these days and not really expensive. The divorce itself, but what you lose that comes with it, that can be a lot. Mrs. Coffee says, I am one and done type of girl. I gave him talk before we were married. He had 10 years. That if he wanted out, he had 10 years. He tried to leave and I told him no. So now we are at 10 years. I know that's right. That's that you look at me, we go together type syndrome. You wink at me, we go together for life. You ain't getting out of this. I thought that also. So I completely agree with that mentality. Mickey says, I love my independence. I definitely have come to really value and enjoy being single, being independent. I don't have to run anything by anyone.
Nothing.
And I know their dad tells me all the time. He's been in several relationships since we have broken up. And he says, woo, I feel sorry for if you do ever date. I feel sorry for that guy. He's never, ever, ever going to be able to, step up and appease you because you've been doing everything you want and appeasing yourself on your own. And he's right. I want to take a trip. Boom. I want to jump on a plane and go somewhere. Boom. I want to buy something. Boom. I don't have to ask anything, any questions. I'm very set and settled. Cindy B says, the good things I got from my marriage was my 2 daughters, my 2 grandsons. So it was worth that. Absolutely. Love my independence too. And Mickey says, true, Cindy, I got nothing from my marriages except heartache. Nina says, we have never mentioned the D word because it plants a seed that grows. I am not saying that anything will ever happen, but if it did, then yeah, no to another one. Jeremy says, I didn't feel any different after I got married. We must talk. I get that though, Jeremy. And Mrs. Coffee says, as Papa always tells me when I asked him why he stayed with my stepmom when they fought all the time, he always sings one song line. Sheba the Keeper. It is. It definitely is. Cindy B says, I told mine I didn't believe in divorce. Murder, yes, but he cheated.
Damn.
I'm glad he's still breathing. Mickey says, bull turkey. There can be men who appease you. Odds. I mean, in the sense that, I want to travel. I want to go out to the strip and just gamble for a night. I don't know if I would ever do that because I like to be able to see or feel, what I'm spending. So hence probably why diamond painting has become so pivotal because, I'm able to shop and I get something tangible for the money that I spend. So I don't do a lot of gambling. I think I've gone gambling twice in those 13 years. But
You went with me for my birthday.
we did, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like gambling?
No, but I know when I start to get into the mood of it,
How much do you spend when you do? A
that's
lot?
why I don't go.
Hundreds?
No,
Yeah.
I'll probably put like 20 down.
No, that's not a lot.
Yeah.
That's not a lot at all. You got to see how your Aunt Shamika gets.
I don't need to see that.
Shoot.
I definitely don't need to see that.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Good, good.
Mm-mm.
She's also in love with Disney, so she has to curb her spending. My sister-in-law, and I know you guys who've been with me for a while know this, she is addicted to anything Disney. She loves Walt Disney World, Disneyland. She goes without my brother at least 4 times a year. Prior to this year, they just bought passes so that they can go at least once a month. That's how much she loves it. And it's a 3-hour drive from here. So she'll be going at least once a month for the entire 2020. That's a bit much. That's totally a bit much.
That's a lot of driving.
How she was able to afford it is she quit gambling. She decided she wanted to see where her money was going, so she didn't gamble, and she got her a pass. She stays at an Airbnb in Santa Monica when she goes, and then she takes their little tour bus on it. She has a plan, and yeah, she'll be doing that at least once a month, all of 2020. So if you're in here, sis, I kudos to you. I really like that you came up with a plan and you got yourself something tangible for the money that you are spending. She was spending a mint. At one point, I think my brother told me she lost $700 in 1 month. She had spent a couple hundred, and then didn't win. Went back, spent a couple more hundred. She was up big, and then went back with the winnings and lost some of the winnings. So, yes, I don't do that. Uh-oh, I'm missing something good. Karma got somebody. Let me go back. Cindy B says, he's not breathing, but I didn't kill him. Ooh. Mickey says, yep, they're called roommates in my case.
I'm not a witness.
Says, did you hire someone, Cindy? Y'all bad. Angie says, I am bad. I had a friend with benefits for many years. The same person all those years, and we had one child together. We was more than a friend. I had that until I met my husband. Then it was over. We are still very close. Uh-oh. You're very close, huh? Cindy B said, karma got him. She always gets hers. Woo! Y'all are something else. Y'all could write a book. I'll read it. I mean, it have to be an audible so I could diamond paint. Mickey says, that's wonderful, Angie, to have a friend like that. Angie says, we are best friends and he still wants to be friends with benefits, but I can't do that. No, he wants me to leave my husband and marry him. Karma can be a mean biatch. Angie's. How did you finagle being able to even still be friends? I mean, it sounds like you got some power right now. Cause I don't know. That's another question to be asked. How do you guys feel about close friendly ties between your significant other and their ex? How do you guys feel about that? And I mean, I am aware that, when it comes to like children and things like that, there has to be, a co-parenting relationship. I definitely understand that. However, this close personal friends, texting, emergency middle of the night calls when the child knocked the hell out sleep, we got to rethink those. So how do you guys feel about that? Like, Mrs. Coffee said, "I won the war." Okay. Yeah, close personal friends. I don't know. I was watching. I forget what it was. It was one of those judge shows. Gentleman was suing a woman because he had got tickets to go on a trip, and she ended up not going on the trip, and he was suing her because he had paid for the trip in advance, and obviously he was trying to say he was out the money for the trip. So we watched the episode. Come to find out, she caught him still talking to his ex. The ex goes to his house when she went home and got his phone and called her. The ex is then like, I'm trying to get back with him. We've been talking. So she didn't want to be bothered. She didn't want to go on the trip anymore. That is why she canceled the trip. Here's the audacity behind him taking her to court. He took the ex-girlfriend on the trip and was still suing in court the other woman that didn't want to go on the trip, simply because she was the one that, I don't know how he thought that was supposed to happen. She was the one that was supposed to go on the trip. He got the trip because of something they were discussing. He took a whole other woman on the trip, and the original woman was supposed to pay the trip back, even though he enjoyed it. Some other woman enjoyed it.
What an idiot.
But that comes from him, like the question came up several times, if you guys are exes, how's she calling her on the phone? And the bottom line was they were still very close. They still, communicated all the time. And she was the person he went to, when he needed to talk, or if he was arguing with the current girl, he's going to call her. How do you guys feel about those types of friendships? Yes, he took the ex on the trip. Took the ex on the trip and sued the current to pay back the trip because he only bought the trip for him and the current to go on. He took the ex on the trip because he claimed he didn't want to lose out on the money, but he let the ex come over. Him and the ex were besties, texting, and the ex felt comfortable enough picking up his phone and calling the current and, just kind of shelling it all out. So that's called audacity. Yes, there will be none of that. I am friends with my oldest father, but he gets along with Mr. Coffee and my dad more than me. Wait, let me go back up. That was a good one. Wait. More than me, so Mr. Coffee hates his exes. Nina said, oh, hell no. Mrs. Coffee said, you called that at Cindy B. Mickey says, I had a boyfriend's ex invite herself along on a date with us.
Wow.
And he let her. Ooh, y'all got some. These people got audacity.
They bold as hell.
Art said that's drop on red flag actions. Right? That's what she did. She dropped him. She didn't go on a trip. Angie says, I don't know. My family doesn't understand my relationship with my best friend guy. They were like, you guys can't be apart and just end it, or you two should just get together. Yeah, I don't understand that one either, Angie. I'd have a lot of questions. So what did the judge say? Oh, he threw the case out. Nina says, I invited hubby's ex to our wedding out of spite, and her ass showed up. Yeah.
She did that.
Nina, she showed up. Oh, did she stand up at that moment?
Does anyone object? I do.
I could see her standing just to be funny, so everybody's head whip around And you hear that?
Oh yeah, I got it. My coworker invited me to his wedding.
Somebody stood up just to be funny.
No, he was like, because he said he had just bought like a handgun, and he was like, if somebody stand up at my wedding,
You pulling the
he
handgun?
pulling it. All he doing is just lifting up his shirt, like, who is it? Who is it?
I don't know. I don't know if I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have went. That was very rude, Nina. Mickey says, "Yep, yes, she did." No, that was rude. Oz says, "Red flag." That's right. Mickey said, "Red flag." That's a full-on stoplight. Oz says, "Some people got nose. They sure don't."
They don't
Nina
care.
said, "Oh hell no, she didn't." But I have pics of her watching him run to the limo when they were throwing the bird seed. Yeah, I know. That's what she was there for, to watch him. Girl, I couldn't have had that. Make some eye contact and see what happened. See what happened. I'd have walked the bird seed over and threw it directly in her face. You see, y'all turning me back into my old ways. I have not been like this in over 20 years. But, yeah. Yeah. I can't believe she showed up. Lord. She came to fight, Nina. I'm just letting you know.
This sounds like a movie.
She was there to fight. She was waiting on you to say one thing. You may get the man, but I'm going to get a hit in. I'm going to get some hands on you. That's what she was there for. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm laughing. It's funny. That's all right. Oh, yeah, you won that battle. That's right. You got the man. You got the man. And you got her on camera looking idiotic because she's stupid. She probably felt good in that moment while she went, but I'm quite sure anybody that knew both of them was like, what the hell you come here for? Where you going now? We going to kick it to the reception. Where you going?
To the reception.
We going to eat. Where you going? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's one place you don't want to go. You don't want to be the ex and be at the reception.
She was probably looking like she had skeletons in her body.
Oh my gosh, you're so bad.
Like she didn't want a bone to come out, like that.
Nina said she wasn't worth the attention, but it is funny. Yeah, I got a good chuckle. I'm sorry. I'm being bad tonight. I'm being bad because it all started with that the friend of mine. Yeah, everyone was jumping in. It was all like, oh, okay. You know, they all act like he was gone single-handedly put them on his radio show. We don't even know if he got the show. He just he has to be able to, you know, communicate, carry the audience, and he's practicing, you know. So, and I told him, hey, you know, I'm proud. It's not easy when we get a particular age to kind of switch directions career-wise. And so, you know, he's going from being a successful business owner to trying something new and different. And I really applaud him, you know.
So you're doing the same.
And he definitely is creating a lot of, you know, just a lot of communication and things. A lot of people were tuning in. At one point, there was a couple hundred people, you know, that either... There was a few hundred people that were in there, and they were all commenting and things. I think that's pretty neat, you know. Especially considering these are, you know, just kind of test talks. And he literally said that, you know, these are just test talks, you know, trying to, you know, gain a spin on some of the things that, you know, I want to introduce and I want to discuss. So, and let's see. Uh-oh. Odd says, you're still married to him, Nina? Yep, 29 years in September. Mickey says, that's terrific. Been married since we were 20.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Odd says, forget the battle then, Nina. You won the war and are now at peace. That's right. But it sure was funny. Not been easy, but those struggles make you stronger. There's not a relationship out there, Nina, that, can't say the same thing. And that's what it's about, getting through the hard times so that you have others. I think if you don't have an ebb and flow in a relationship, what are you really doing? Okay, as you grow older and wiser and you learn new and different things, the same should be said of your partner, and your relationship should feel those ebbs and flows. So, good job.
I'm starting to get that lesson just from looking at my class.
Yeah.
Like,
What is the biggest lesson that you get? Make sure you cover that part up. You see how it's still sparkling? Yeah.
But, I think the biggest was,
Thank you.
I think my two classmates that had got married, prom night.
Okay.
And
What do you notice about them? What's the distinction between yourself and your other friends and those
compared
two?
to them,
Mm-hmm.
those two are not even together anymore.
Yeah.
So it was like, dang, you did that proposal, and they have a daughter together. It was like, wow.
That's not good. Definitely not good.
Yeah.
I forget where I was at when I was young. And I think we had like a special guest that came in and had talked to us at a forum or like a round table. And they were like, don't be so hasty when it comes to jumping into relationships. Kind of stand back, take the time to enjoy your youth. One of the biggest things that they were saying is the statistics on high school sweetheart relationships and things. And they were like, a man that, begged a girl to go to the prom, he couldn't be paid to take that same girl to a dog show 10 years later, and I was like, wow. It was very harsh the way that it was said to us.
But it was true.
But I feel like, yeah, that was true. You do so much growing in that time and things. Look at you and Johnny, you know what I'm saying? You grow so much beyond her.
To be honest.
She's gorgeous, though. She's gorgeous. But, I mean, yeah, you've grown so much more, since.
To be honest, like, I think I just helped Caesar with his little relationship.
Uh-huh.
Because he was literally describing what I was feeling when I was feeling, when I had them feelings for Johnny and stuff like that. Because he's
going through it himself.
He's going through it himself. And I was just like, okay, so think of it like this. Every time that you go back out there to California, it's all about you, right? He said, yeah. I said, okay then. Now watch this. When you come back here, what happens? She start hanging out with, different guys and her friends and stuff like that. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You're just a distraction, bro. You're just a distraction.
And it happens.
He said, bro, I'm you. I said, no, you're not, bro. But your situation is like mine.
Yeah.
And he was like, dang, I don't know how it feels. Like, yeah.
Mickey, this is, hold on one second. I know you can see it, but I want to make sure you get all the full effect. This is Lips Like Morphine. Look at her. Look at her. You see all that sparkle?
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'm going to buy a second one. I don't think you were here at the beginning, but just so you know, when I first opened the show, Cindy B asked how I like her. I love her. I am enjoying myself on this one so much, and I will be buying a second one. This one is going to be a gift. I'm going to give it to my niece. She is about to graduate cosmetology school, and I think this would be beautiful to put up in above the chair. For when someone's coming in, they sit down, they look up, boom, they get a little flair, a little fashion, a little fleeked out style. They feel like, she's relevant. She's about to take them into, a new fashion age or something. So that's where I'm hoping that will go. And I do think that it'll be met with a lot of appreciation. My sister-in-law, when she said it, oh, it reminds me of Driana. That's my niece's name, and it definitely reminded me of her when I first seen it. So let's see. Angie says, me and my husband have been separated 2 times because he needs to change his problems and attitude. And then we get back together and it doesn't change. It is better now, but sometimes I just want to leave. That happens. And Nina says, we are the only ones of all our friends that have been together and not divorced 2 times or more. We have lost our home, almost lost him 2 times by motorcycle accidents, and then breaking his neck. Oh, Nina, it's all made us stronger. Angie says, my mom rushed me to get married because she didn't believe in living together. So in 8 months of meeting him, we were married, and that was not the way I would have done it. Oh, oh. Nina said, thank you, Mickey. You're the only one that can change things for your betterment. You can't change him. Yes, I know, and that's true, Nina. So true. Odd says, now those are some trials and tribulations, Nina, that y'all have, yep, conquered, and all is amazing. That is so true. So true. I mean, we all go through trials and tribulations in a relationship. It definitely makes us stronger. I know, like I said, I I like to believe I'm perfect. I would like to think that I am perfect, but I know that I'm not. Have I grown and changed as a person? I definitely have. Um, I definitely have. I've learned a lot about myself and my time alone, and I think that that does make you a better partner. It can make you a better partner. Am I looking to be someone's partner? I'm definitely not. Um, Unfortunately, because I do feel like, some of the wisdom, some of the insight that I've gained, some of the things that I've learned, what I have done, a little bit more than I would have ever been willing to do within the confines of a marriage. I look at situations more and I say, what could I have done different? Um, I definitely say that a lot more. What could I have done different? Going forward, if these same set of circumstances were to occur again, what do I think I could do? Because what I've learned is it's maybe not always about, pointing the finger. You point that finger, they say you have 3 more pointing back at you. So rather than point the finger, what I have learned is that I would evaluate what I contributed to a situation or a scenario, what I could have done different to make things, better, or not maybe better to maybe have impacted a different outcome. So that's something that I know that
I've definitely learned.
yeah, yeah, because it's something that mommy tells you guys all the time. It's something that I used to roll out to all of my supervisors when they would be doling out, their write-ups and things like that, thinking about punishment. Make sure you get those communications in. Don't just be happy to write someone up. Make sure you move into the realm of, hey, here's what's going to happen, but going forward, let's talk about what you could have done differently. You can't always just get out there and go willy-nilly on someone, forget to do this, put this on their, policy and things. So that's always what I would do. Odd says, does he still ride motorcycles, Nina? And Nina says he wants another, but no, he hasn't rode since then. Oh wow, it does. It definitely sounds like he tries your heart. I don't know if I would be okay with him getting back on a bike again. I don't think that I would. I mean, obviously, you can't jump in and say, "Hell no, you ain't going on that bike." I mean, you can't say that from one adult to another, like you can with your child. But I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, he hasn't been on it, but there's always going to probably be that hankering. I know that you're riding in that wind.
Yeah, I heard like people actually buy a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
They said their family doesn't talk to them for like a good week or so.
I've known too many people to pass away from motorcycle accidents. I really do think, Nina, you guys were fortunate. Definitely. Remember when we went to Ohio for the wedding?
Yeah.
And I had a friend. She comes in here from time to time. I had a friend. Um, Her roommate, he passed away while I was gone. We had just all had beer. Him, me, my mom, hung out. We went to the outdoor. They had an outdoor movie at one of our water parks.
What's his name?
Brent.
Yeah.
And I come back from the wedding, and he loved his motorcycle. He was always on it. He had on a helmet. I don't know all of the circumstances because it was very crazy. I come back. I just seen him. We had just all went out for beer. We were hanging out in the water park. We watched what movie? Oh, they did Back to the Future, and we watched Back to the Future. We swam in the pool. After that, we went home. And then I think we flew out to the wedding. Come back a week and a half later, and all I got was words like everything was taken care of, funeral, everything was done, taken care of, and I had to literally go online to like really see that this actually occurred. I had to look up the story, the news report, and everything, and it was his life. He loved his bike. I don't think that he would have, I told him it's up to him. He's grown if he wants another one. I'm not his mom, and I'm not going to tell him what to do. But he better up that life insurance. He better up that life insurance policy. My husband's brother called him a week ago, and he asked where I was. My husband said, I don't know. She's been gone for 2 weeks, and his brother said she got sick and smart enough to leave you. I was home. He was just joking with his brother, but I don't think he thought his brother would say that. Oh, you're welcome. Got to get to bed. School comes early for the babies. Oh, night, Mrs. Coffee. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. She said, night, Tia and Justin. Oh, thank you for coming. We got 8 minutes, guys. Mickey says, will anyone insure him with that type of history, Nina? If they do, I can't imagine the fees. Yes, he's had angels around him for sure. He landed 12 inches on the opposite side of a huge concrete power pole. Missed it completely. Hey, Jeremy said he finished this section. There you go. That's what it's about. Tia, one of the ladies I work with, was driving home from work. She somehow crashed and fell 90 feet off the bridge and died. She was driving her motorcycle. Yeah, that's what happened with Brent. I came back. I'm at work, and my best friend, she works at the same job, and she looks sad. I'm like, what's going on? And she said, I'll tell you, but I don't want to tell you now. So I had to wait until we were going to lunch. We get downstairs, and she tells me, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, she never texted me while I was gone. She didn't want to disrupt the trip and everything. I come back, and she had to deal with all of that on her own. I couldn't do anything but cry right there at work. Then I called my mom because my mom had went with us, and she was hanging out with us. We were going to the movie. Like I said, we had a good time hanging out.
Yeah, I had to relay that message to grandma.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it says, wow, 12. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. And it's not bad. Yeah, Christy, that, whew. Oh my goodness. I hate to hear about those kinds of things. And the problem is, I hear it all day. I don't deal with the fatalities well at all. The unfortunate part is, I used to have to determine liability on fatalities. I don't have to do that anymore. That goes over to another team. But obviously we still get the claim. It's hard to have a discussion with someone who's grieving. They've lost a loved one, and now you have to tell them that they were the responsible party or their loved one was the responsible party in an accident. That's very hard to deal with, you know. So those are, those are the days of my life. Sorry to hear about your friend though, Ham. I remember coming back. Anyway, um, he one of the things that I think brought his mom comfort was that he passed away instantly from the impact, is what they said. I mean, obviously, we don't ever really truly know if we weren't there, but that's what they said. Again, he did have a helmet on. It was just the brunt of the impact, and he was out doing what he loved. They didn't have any information like if speed was a factor or anything. So I don't know. I never kind of looked too far into it after that because, again, I deal with a lot of crashes on a day to day basis. I don't handle any motorcycle incidents at all. I don't do any pedestrian incidents at all. And like I said, when they're fatalities, they get triaged over to. We have a specialist now that they handle. They're medical professionals. They deal with lawyers and things for the fatalities. So they handle all of those. I don't handle any of those. I will say that we have what we call like buddy adjusters and things. And my buddy adjuster got a crazy claim today. It was a car accident. She was trying to get the statements of what occurred, starting with our insured, and the insured would refuse to give her a statement. I'm not saying nothing. I don't have nothing to say. You got to talk to the lawyer. And she was like, well, we need to get an acknowledgement. We have to, be able to at least get statements of what happened from other people. And he was like, I don't have nothing to do with it. I wasn't even in the car. And they were like, well, you're the only person on the policy. Like, who was on the car? The person that was driving the car at the time was an excluded driver. That's someone that you sign papers that says will never, ever drive your car. And a lot of times an insurance company may require it if when they go to run, the motor vehicle history of this person, if it's, really bad, and they may say, we'll give you a policy if you promise that they won't drive the vehicle. If they are caught in the vehicle in an accident, we won't pay out for that. So the person ended up being an excluded driver, and we were trying to look up and see why they were excluded. Was it something that we've enforced, or was it something that perhaps, the person, wanted to do and then maybe it expired or something like that? We do have to look that information up. Long story short, the excluded driver had been excluded because the year prior they were involved in a vehicle accident where they hit a pedestrian and the pedestrian passed away. So obviously that would be the main reason we would say, that risk of them being in another accident would be too high. So they are now in a new accident. And obviously, I'm sure you can understand where we would be heading with that. The gentleman didn't want to provide a statement about what occurred. He only wanted to say that the driver, was special to him. And so I don't know what that means. What do you guys think the driver is special to me means? What do you think?
You obviously in the club.
No, it was a female.
Oh, well, you didn't.
She was a manager at my boyfriend work. I work with.
That's probably a boyfriend or something like that.
Exactly. 3 close calls of death and still here. My husband was hit head on by a drunk driver. My Angie, all he wanted was me. Oh. Yeah, whoa. So what happened? He says the driver is special to him. I'm like, oh my gosh. If I say someone special to me, that means, they're a girlfriend, they're a boyfriend, there's someone that, I have a lot of feelings for, a lot of emotions for. And so, the adjuster came to me because she was trying to get the appropriate wording to use when, she discussed with the gentleman why this special person, was basically going to cost him the claim, and that he may be subject to, legal ramifications outside of, having to take care of the repairs and stuff out of pocket. And I was telling her, here's what you could say. Say, because she's so cute, or tell him, because she's so special. I told her, I said, this woman, she must be fine. She must do backflips, splits. She must, oh my goodness, she must
have a cape with the letter S on it.
There you go. She's got to. Because there's no way she would have ever gotten the keys to another vehicle to where I would let
somebody else own.
Mm-hmm. So, and she back driving another one. Obviously, the first, accident, the previous one, that would have had a lot of, the vehicle probably was totaled out. So how did you get the keys to a whole new vehicle? Because she's special to me. So yeah, that must be real special. If she was real special, told you, Nina, she did backflips. I think she did backflips, splits, forward flips, round offs. I said, whew, she probably gorgeous enough that I give her $5. And I don't loan money. Well, guys, that's kind of my time tonight. I really thank you guys for joining me. I'm sorry to, jump in there and get too deep into relationships. I thought the conversation that we were having with an old classmate of mine was an excellent conversation. And I wanted to see where we rein in. Obviously, I think it's fun to have people to talk with while I'm diamond painting. Obviously, my son, he joins me from time to time. You're very welcome. I know y'all can see him over there eating in the corner. So what we'll be doing this coming week, like I said, I definitely still have to reach out and make sure that it's okay to give you guys the gift certificate so you can pick which blank and diamond painting pen you want. I think that'll be a great way to go and peruse. She does have a new website and things of that nature. And I think that that'll be, like I said, a great way to enjoy, picking out your own pen. Me, myself, this was a surprise when I got it. Loved it. Oh, my goodness. And so I know, Odd, you think this is a fat, thick pen. This pen feels so good in my hand. And I want someone else to have that experience. So this month's giveaway is going to be a gift certificate for an acrylic diamond painting pen. And with that said, I'll probably be posting a video. I will be watching everyone's videos to get little nuggets. I'm going to introduce those and send you out onto a scavenger hunt. I'm going to have a little fun with it like we always do. But for now, I'd like to thank you guys very much for tuning in, and make sure y'all check out my picture because I got this lovely gift and you guys couldn't tell me anything. I mean, when I put this on, you guys see this, you can't even see the sparkle. It doesn't sparkle like it does in person. You guys just don't know. There's a bunch of little sparklies. I don't know. You can't see it. Anyway, it looks so good on my skin. Please make sure you guys go. I think I posted it in 2 different Facebook pages. And you guys all, I can't wait until she opened the store because I'm going to get about 4 or 5 more. And I plan to put my curls back this week, so I'll be able to have my curls coming out the top of it. And that way I don't have all this hair. I felt like I did have a coat on coming out of my hairband. All right, guys, thank you again. You all have a good evening, okay? Bye. That smells so good what you're eating, man.
Tastes good.